Chris here with Permasystems. Just want to talk to you a little bit about the irrigation system I chose for some of these trees I've planted. Now, in permaculture, and the best irrigation system is, rain, is earthworks, is harvesting rainwater in your soil, using totally natural systems. But here in Southern California, we can have some pretty long periods without rain. It can be unpredictable, and that can be stressful on trees. Even though I've chosen some really awesome drought-tolerant trees that I talked a little bit about in some previous minisodes, like the Chilean mesquite right here, and the Chinese elm right here. Super drought tolerant, but I just planted them coming up this summer. If we have a long period without any rain, then I'm gonna need to supplementally irrigate them, give them water in some way. And then once they're established, they should be fine. But again, if we get a period, there's no rain for a long time, I'm gonna need some way to get water to them. So I'm going to show you what I chose here for my site. So much of it just depends on your site. A lot of different variables. So here's where my water line comes in over to the house. And as you saw back there, I had a spigot. But this is the main line. So split it into two sections. One over here, the orange, is just for hose bibs, spigots. And then the one on the right is a PVC line for irrigation. Now, in this project, you'll see I've been using this black poly plastic irrigation line. Just comes in a big roll like this, no holes or anything, and then lets you show you put fittings like this on to run around the tree. Then you poke holes in there, stick emitters in there, tons of different emitters, but this is kind of a standard size. I think they call it 0.700 is the size. You can get it at most hardware stores, irrigation stores. And so I've started to run it. You can see we're on the other side. Those shutoff valves were over here, now we're on the other side. So coming along, I spray painted the orange line just to be sure if I ever dig it up, I know which line is which because they're right next to each other. So in this irrigation line, came off of this, put a riser, an elbow, and there's a little plastic piece you can glue right into this elbow, and then just jam this poly pipe right into it, so there's no glue after you do that gluing. And then it slips right onto this shutoff valve. So if I need to turn off an individual tree, I can do that. Or I could leave them all on, like this one's on, they're all on. And then to turn on the irrigation system, I just go use one of the shutoffs over there. So it's off now. Otherwise there'd be water coming out. But just a really nice, easy way to set up the system. This PVC is really cheap, really easy to set up, and it'll last a long time. This poly pipe doesn't last nearly as long. You can still get quite a few years out of it. It can still be buried under mulch. I still need to get, there's some mulch here, but eventually I want the pipe completely covered in mulch, just so I'm losing as little water as possible to evaporation. So the one thing I haven't done is put the drip emitters on. I'll just poke holes in here and put some emitters. I use some that are made by Dripworks, and they just never clog. They have special little rubber diaphragms in them that keeps particles from getting stuck. And then you can also buy a little cap that goes on the end that keeps bugs from crawling in there and clogging it up. So it's I've used this system quite a bit. The other way that I've seen work really well, that's really easy to set up, really cheap, is using drip tape. Drip tape is just kind of similar to this black irrigation tubing, except that when you buy it, it's flat. It's like tape, and then you roll it out, and it has holes cut often they're 6, 8, 10, or 12 inches. So what I would do is I could plug the poly tape right into this fitting, run it around the tree, and it would already have little holes built in as emitters every X, whatever it is, number of inches around the pipe. And that stuff is really good. If you buy the right brand, it just almost never clogs. You can put it underground, which is really best if you can just be watering a few inches underground. Then obviously the sun doesn't break it down. You lose even less to evaporation, and you get more water to your plants. I'll probably use some poly tape around here, but I had quite a bit of this already poly tubing and those emitters, so I'm just going to hook them up. Goes pretty quick and easy. Be sure you put something on the end there to cap the line. I just use wire to make it really easy and cheap. And then make sure when you first set these systems up, you leave all of them open, turn on the water, and flush out any materials that are in the system. Really important. Then after the first flush, close it off, and then start putting your emitters in there. So I've kind of just run these lines in a grid as best as I can figure it out. I try to keep things in 90-degree angles just so it's easier to find pipes later on. There's another hose bib, pipes running down to some other trees. One really important thing I highly recommend is when you dig trenches and put pipes in like this, before you fill the trench, be sure you take pictures or video of the trenches. That way you just can never forget where those lines are. Also good to put markers in important places. You might take a piece of PVC pipe like this, makes a great marker. You can just put it in the ground like this. So when you cover it up, there's a pipe sticking up, so you know there's an important junction there. Something like that helps out a lot. And as much as you think you're going to remember where your pipes are, really hard to remember. So anyhow, that's just kind of what I'm doing here for irrigation. Like I said, it's worked here in the past, and I think it's a good system with the right conditions. So thanks for checking in, and I'll talk to you soon.